Welcome to Melbourne's first Facebook Developers Podcast. We're reporting to you here from ACMI in Melbourne, Australia. What you're about to see is a series of segments recorded Friday the 22nd of February 2008. I hope you enjoy what we recorded for you. We're here with James Tuckerman, the founder of Australian Anthill. He's just stepped out of the first Melbourne Facebook Developer Garage. Any thoughts on the event today, James?
Yeah, I was just really amazed at, I hadn't really quite thought about the application of Facebook applications in a commercial context. And as a business owner, it just instantly, it was fascinating to think what's out there and how people can make money out of a highly viral app that everyone wants to install.
So you don't have a Facebook widget or application developed for your publication as of yet?
Well, with us, someone else created an I Read Australian Anthill Facebook. And as a typical business owner corporate, we decided to try and take control of it, or at least influence it, and in doing so we destroyed it. And that was our first lesson about social networks. So it's an area that we're still exploring, as long as, I guess, as you know, as we heard today, we continue to harness natural forces rather than trying to do as business owners of past and really just try and control these things.
Can I put you on the spot, James? Can we expect to see Australian Anthill partner with the Melbourne Facebook Developer Garage going forward?
I most definitely think that we can. I'm already thinking about a story on a case study, perhaps building an app and finding out whether it succeeds for us or a client. A real life warts and all scenario.
Fantastic, James. Thanks for coming today and thanks for your support.
Your pleasure.
Much appreciated.
My pleasure.
Markus, you've just participated in your second Australian Garage here in Melbourne. What's your thoughts on the nature of the program, the contributions and the questions that were asked?
Well, I think that there's a big potential there for companies and interested parties to find out about Facebook. Clearly there's more work to be done for people to really appreciate the opportunity that exists with Facebook and other social networks. I feel that conferences like that can really help Australian businesses get the idea, and I find that networking events in general like that one can really cement a connection between developers, companies that want to be on Facebook, and investors.
I think it's getting to the point now where everyone has to really seriously think about how it's going to make money for them, because there's so much development going in, so far you can go down the track, you know. And as Markus pointed out today, 10% of it is the application development, 90% of it is marketing and getting it to the point where it's a viable option and giving a good ROI. And people have got to be serious about that. It's like artists saying, I'm an artist, but I'm not a business person. Well, how are you going to make money out of your art, or how are you going to be able to live? It's the same with anything. And Facebook applications are certainly that way too.
From a ThinkRED perspective, can you see the numbers of Facebook application clients developing? What's your forecast there?
Yeah, I think so. But as a developer, I think we've also got a responsibility to these people to say, okay, what is your target market? What is your return on investment? What are you seriously hoping for here? If you think that we're just going to develop an application for you and you're going to make a ton of money out of it, that's not the right way to approach it. We've really got to sit down with them and say, okay, here's the business plan. You know, here's what you can expect to get. What's your target market? And really work it out for them, and just make sure that it makes sense, that they're not sinking their money into something that they think that's going to be fabulous for them, but turns out to be absolutely horrible.
It's not too straightforward. On the one hand, we're hearing that it's quite easy to develop an application in a short space of time, the cost isn't great, and yet we're hearing the other message from the business development side that you need to work with your clients, you need to be prepared for failures, and you need to grow the applications. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, totally. And maybe not just not hearing it, but actually believing that. You know, in business it's the same with anything that you do. You've got to have an ROI on it in order to be successful, unless you're a horrible philanthropist who can afford to throw your money away to whatever you want. You've got to make money, and that's the same with the Facebook applications.
Fantastic, Michele. Can we expect to see you at the next garage?
Absolutely, I'll be here.
Looking at what's taken place in America, we understand the garage scene is quite developed, and I know that you've flown to California, for example. What can we expect to see in terms of the development of garages here in Australia, in terms of topics, in terms of other groups coming in and getting involved with garages?
What I predict will happen is that future garages are more attended by people that are already developing. So that's, if you ask me what we see in California, I've been at 2 Facebook developer meetings so far. I think most people there already knew about Facebook and didn't require as much introduction. I think Australia in general has a little bit of catching up to do in that regard, and so I thought that today's meeting would have been really helpful to spread the message of the opportunity. And so I think in the future garages will continue to go in the way they are going. It's as is Facebook, it's a very fluid medium and an opportunity for people to come together that are in any way interested in Facebook. So I think we're going to see more of those. I hope we see them as well organized as this one. A little thank you there for inviting me, and I'm very honored to be here and contribute. And so I hope that we see many more organized like that one.
Thank you very much, Markus, for your second Garage Book contribution, and we look forward to seeing you at future garages. Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to have seen a little bit more of a mix. I don't think we had any marketing people, which again the marketing questions came up, and that would have been great to actually be able to really discuss those. And I think some of the speakers like Markus make the really good point that you can't have one without the other. And I think that's not just a Facebook thing, that's developing any kind of software app. Pointless developing it unless you're actually going to know what to do with it once you've developed it. So, yeah.
Are the marketeers ready for the Facebook issue? Are they ready to attend a garage, or are they a little bit behind the 8 ball?
I don't think they have any idea what they're doing. I don't even know where you would find marketers that would specialise in Facebook. Love to find them. Is there a marketing garage somewhere, Craig?
Wearing a recruitment hat, what prospects do you see for developing a developers economy and recruiting specialised Facebook developers? Is there a business there for you?
I'm hiring right now. If I actually didn't mention it in the garage, but I am finding so many different pockets of ideas coming forth. I think it sounds like it's an easy app to develop, and it's not. So while there are some very simple keys that to get started with, I think one of the important parts is you need to have done it before. You need it's a bit of a steep sort of learning curve, and anyone who actually does know what they're doing and actually how to get the best out of it and how to keep on top of all those changes that Facebook make week to week, that's someone who's going to be really, really wanted, and if they're out there, come and see me.